Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of FsPassengers with me, Herd37. So in our last flight, we ended up over in Barbados, TBPB, and in this episode, we're going to fly over to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Although I think most people just call it St. Vincent, but it is actually St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Now, it's kind of weird. FSX has been was actually before they built the actual new airport. I'm not even sure if the new airport is on FS Commander. I'm not really sure. So instead, we're gonna land over here. I don't know exactly how to pronounce it, Canouan or something like that. This is actually one of the islands, one of the Grenadine islands. Here's the main island. I think that's maybe where the main airport is. There's several small airports around here. Canouan is one of those. And I chose this one because I actually was checking out some of them on FSX. There was some pretty good little scenery here. You actually come in right over the water. There's houses and all kinds of stuff on the other side. So it looked kind of cool, and it's not a real long runway or anything like that. If we look at the weather, you see the wind basically coming from the east. So we're going to take off on runway 9. That's a heading of 091 degrees. And over here at Canouan, or whatever it's pronounced, we're going to land on runway 13. That's a heading of 136 degrees. Airport elevation, I believe, is about 13 feet. So we'll come in here, get into the traffic pattern, and land. Yeah, I believe it's right on the water. That was one I was looking at. Because like I say, there's like a bunch of these small little airports scattered on these different islands. But with that, also, it's 111 miles, so not too far. But with that, let's go ahead and move on over to the plane. Alright, everybody, here we are at the plane, there in Barbados. Remember, I'll put a link in the description to this airport. It's a freeware airport. A little more GA because I still haven't installed World of AI. I did a fresh install a few days ago, and I couldn't get World of AI installed when I first tried it. I actually kind of like having the joint aviation around, to be quite honest. So let's jump in here. Let's get FsPassengers going. We make sure we've got the... Alright, so that does look like the right company. Yeah, it got loud all of a sudden. Load the aircraft. Oh, we got a full 20 people. Nice. Let's go ahead, make sure we get all of our people. Can we do it 50%? I'm a little worried about fuel. I want to get like as much fuel as I possibly can. I have 48. Alright, 48 is the most we can get. I'll take it. That should this can go over 200 miles. I just kind of worry because we usually use a little more fuel than you're supposed to. Normal flight, the type. This is the first time I've started up FsPassengers since I redid it. Well, how is it now too heavy? And now it's not. Now it's at 98%. What in the world is going on here? I don't quite know. What is up with this? I don't know. Destination, that's very odd. TVSC? Canouan, or however you say it.
Destination set.
Alright, load her up immediately.
Instrument, check flight.
So hopefully it doesn't show that we took off overweight. That's kind of weird, it kept moving around.
Flaps up.
Got all of our people. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and full screen this thing. I'm not sure if this is even my view from EZDok. I'm not sure if I imported mine or not. Seatbelt signs on. Parking brake is on. Well, I guess you can't start FsPassengers without that. Alright, so we're on external power. DC master switch. Bus size is normal. Let me go ahead and zoom in a bit so I can watch these gauges as we start her up. Alright, let's go ahead with the right engine. 10%. It's 12. Give her fuel. Here she goes. Nice. I noticed these engines never really get all that, the temperature never really goes up that much when we're starting them off. Right generator on. Starter for the left. 10%. It's about 12. There's the fuel. There she goes. Watch her settle. Alright, that looks like a good start. Come up top. Left generator on. Goes to battery. You know what? I guess we never turned our daggone lights on. Anti-collision position. Come on. No smoking. Fasten your seatbelts. I'm not going to turn on the bleeder just yet. I'll go ahead and turn windshield heat on as well. So everything there looks good to me. Did I turn the taxi light on? Taxi light coming on. Parking brake is off. Actually, before we start our taxi, we should probably set our heading. 'Cause like I said, we're taking off on runway 9091. Alright. Parking brake off. I'm gonna set our, we're gonna cruise about 8,500 feet. Haven't flown at FsPassengers for probably a couple weeks at least. This is the one thing I don't miss about it, is this plane. As much as I enjoy it, I bitch about it in every episode, I know. I love to bitch about it, but it is a stupid thing. A stupid part of this plane. Looks like we can get on the runway down there. Of course, we don't need much room to get up. So that there's probably more than enough room down there, I would imagine, since we get up so easy. A lot of these little airports at St. Vincent and the Grenadines are actually quite small, so this is like the perfect plane for some of them. Because it was actually talking about this is one of the aircraft that can get in there, the small little Cessnas and some small twin-engine prop planes can get into some of these airports. I'm thinking there's only like that one main airport that we can get the, you know, large commercials in. And I guess that newer airport, like they haven't even like certified it yet. I guess they've had problems building it and everything. Like 5 years behind when it was supposed to be completed and everything. Looks like we're clear here. Landing lights coming on. Strobes coming on. Flaps going to 10. And transponder coming on. Hey, I didn't forget about the transponder for once. That doesn't happen very often. Oh, this plane. It's movement. There we go. Not quite full power. Gotta keep it out of the red there. Alright, let's go ahead and rotate. I've been having problems with that. I'm not sure if it's... I'm almost thinking it's weather. This one, that every time I want to take off recently, it does that. That little hitch. Retracting the flaps. Trying to trim this thing. I got to go into my settings and have it so I can just hold it. I have to keep clicking and clicking and clicking. So let me see if I can bring that speed down a little bit. Autopilot engaged. Alright, I'm going to hit indicated airspeed. And increase the power just a little bit. Actually, I should probably bring this and set this up. Hit CDI. Set to GPS. Let's fly back over the island. See if we can see some of the scenery. Don't want to get too close back over the airport. Make sure of that. It is kind of gloomy weather. You can see it. There was strong wind. We saw an FS Commander there. I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to heading. We could have just gone out over the ocean, but I kind of like looking at the island. I'm going to pull back on the power a little bit. I don't want to use too much fuel. I'm actually kind of worried about that. Now we're going to get in the clouds here. We fly over towards the airport. I want to kind of get a good look at it. By the way, I'm going to go up top. I can hit the bleed airs. Up, Vito heat. Let's go ahead and hit that. Not sure if that'll matter or not. Down here in the Caribbean, it's really warm. Just breaking through the clouds, you can see the airport. We'll see the other side. Can't see anything over there. Nice freeware airport, but extremely well done. As I said, link in the description. I think it's over at Avsim, by the way. So maybe I'll just put the link to Avsim. You can go search for it. So you got to log into that website anyway. Free, of course. Free to subscribe or register there. Let's see, 110 miles, only about 49 minutes. We'll pick up some speed once we get up to about 8,500 feet, our cruising altitude. We're about to hit 4,300 right here. So we're halfway. They're out kind of compacted at the end of the airport there. Alright, well, 109 miles to go. Not too bad. So, I'm actually going to go ahead and hit nav here. Let us go on over. We're far away enough from the airport now. And let me go ahead. Put those at 90 each. The speed will go up a little bit. Alright, guys, I'm going to go ahead. The warning isn't on there either. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and speed her on up, though. I'll be back in just a bit. Alright, everybody, slowing it down to normal speed. 6 miles out. We just went below 2,000 feet. We're gonna level off at 1,000 feet. We're just 1,000 above. And we're gonna come in about 271. Get into the traffic pattern. The airport's gonna be about right there. By the way, max RPM there. I'm not sure if, by the way, if there's a tower there or anything. TVSC? Probably not. Oh, there is. Well, there is on FSX. I don't think there is in real life. Like I said, most of these airports are rather small. Increase the power a little bit. We're on indicated airspeed. That'll bring our nose up. Slow our descent. I'm going to switch that to heading mode. And we actually timed the descent and everything pretty good. That came in at the right speed. 1,000 feet. Had to mute my mic for a second. We increase our power there to compensate for the leveling off. And let's slow her down here. 316. Put us parallel with it. See, come in right off the ocean. Like I said, right on the other side and everything, there's houses and stuff. It doesn't tell you the heading off this compass. I like it when they do. Get rid of that now. It's just so cool. If you live there and you had like a boat, I mean, it would just be so awesome. You can go out to all these little islands and stuff. It just seems so awesome to me. I'm gonna bring the power down a bit, bring our speed down. We'll go ahead and get flaps out to 10. There we go. Flaps going to 10. So the base leg would be 226, but so I'm going to skip that. We'll go straight down to the airport, 136. Course is already set to it. Autopilot off. I guess it was 136, alright. I probably have gotten way off now. Yeah, we need to gain a little more altitude. As I was messing with that thing, increase the power here. I don't want to gain too much altitude though. Alright, bring down the power a little bit. Flaps going to 20. Yeah, I flipped off the altitude and everything, but as I was trying to mess with that daggone heading, I think I actually flipped that heading around twice. Alright, see if we can't nail this landing. We're a little high. Flaps going to 30. Try to fight the ballooning. Still bringing down the power and everything. It seems like I can't quite bring it down quick enough. I think we're pretty good now. Yeah, we actually got down a little too low. Yeah, we got her down a little too low. Wasn't quite the landing I was hoping for. Like I said, we got her actually a little too low. I'm trying to get her down, just not down quite that quick. I don't know if there's... I don't think... Actually, I'm almost sure there's no parking here. There's no buildings or anything. So I guess what we'll have to do is just get off the runway. It says these are just small little runways. I want to make sure we're off the runway. I don't want to go too far because I don't want like FsPassengers saying I did something wrong or anything. Parking brake is set. Actually, before you take your seatbelts off. Landing lights, window heat. I say landing lights or window lights. Strobes are off. Taxi off, pitot heat. Bleed airs. Let's go ahead and cut the fuel. Generators can come off. Bus ties. The lights as well. Open up the doors. DC master switch off. Power setting off. Power switch off. I think that's everything I wanted. Go ahead and stop that recording as well. Yeah, we got a full 20 passengers. I can't remember if we got 20 passengers before. Now that we're all the way down in the Grenadines, though. St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I've never heard it called St. Vincent and the Grenadines before. I've heard of St. Vincent and I've heard of Grenadines. I don't remember hearing both of those before. It's all one country. Sovereign country. Take a look up in the air. So that's actually a good bit longer runway than the others. Because like I said, some of those it said stall aircraft and stuff like that. Building in the water. You still get that from time to time. One of the airports I always wanted to take off is KDWU, but when you start installing vector and stuff, it really screws up that area. Ohio River and everything. So always stay away from it. We flew there in FsPassengers actually once. I think I called it Going Home or something like that. I think it was 172 we were flying at that time. 94%, 95, 96, 97. Hey, they're all out. What do you know? FsPassengers in the flight. It was 100% by the way, which is good. 110 nautical miles. Time airborne 49 minutes 25 seconds. Flight time 53:39. Time on the ground 7 minutes 13 seconds. Average speed 134.24 knots. Climb time 9 minutes 39 seconds. Cruise time 24:41. Average cruise speed 165.35 knots. Descent time 15 minutes 5 seconds. Landing speed 66.95 knots. Came down, yeah, a little. It says nice, so it was a little hard though. 212.31 feet. I thought we were a little higher in the air than when we actually touched. Landing pitch 5.1. Landing weight 12,198 pounds. Total fuel use 348 pounds. Climb 116 pounds. Cruise 166. Use about 404 an hour. Descent fuel use 65 pounds. Exceptional flight 100%. We got $1,024 for the tickets. $167 for the cargo. We used $219 worth of fuel, $13 for the airport taxes, $65 for the insurance. Total real income $894 times 50, $44,700. Add in the other aircraft of $58,295, and total for it is $102,995. The flight was perfect. All the passengers thought we should be 100%, so we went to 97.87%, an increase of 0.21%. Perfect, 230 points, pilot bonus points. Very nice landing plus 50. Perfect flight, no problems. Very satisfied passengers, 150. And at the correct airport, 30. Nice. So we're down here in the Grenadines. St. Vincent and the Grenadines, if you'll be totally correct. I'm not sure what's next. We're getting very, very close, though, I think, to the end. Down here, I can't remember exactly how far we're going. We're going to Aruba. We might go a little bit further, Barranquilla maybe, or something like that. I'll have to check. And then we'll switch planes. Someone asked me the other day what plane will be next, like one of the King Airs or something. I really don't know. I'm thinking about that. Because that would be a good kind of plane to switch. I don't think those carry 20 passengers, so it might be a little bit less, but we'll be doing longer flights. We're not going to go back through like this. We might switch back into the Twin Otter and do what's its name? Not St. Martin. Saba. But I may not. The longer I get away from it, the less concerned I am. I just hated that tail strike. But the longer that's behind me, I'm kind of about it. So I don't know. But anyway, that's going to be it for this flight. I hope y'all did enjoy it, and I'll catch you guys on the next flight.